Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Martin and we're back with Firefly. This time we're going to be jumping into episode 8, I believe. Episode 8. Last time we got a bit of a look more into Jane's story, both his past and also sort of the workings of his mind a little bit, what goes through his head when faced with the consequences of his actions. So that was all really interesting. I really enjoyed looking into that part of Jane's character and getting a bit more insight into his way of thinking. There was also all these themes of what it is to be your own person and to stand up and own it and move away from what others might have expectations for you, and you know, all that kind of stuff. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But like I say, we're going to be moving on into the next episode here. No idea what to expect. I've had a few people telling me that they're looking forward to this one. So I don't know where that's kind of put my expectations for this. So yeah, hopefully it's good. Let's find out, shall we? This is very odd. Hello. Hey Mal, you good? What's going on here? What's going on? What's happening? Huh. Well, that's a cool transition.
Well, ship like this, be with you to the day you die.
Because it's a death trap.
That's not... You are very much lacking in imagination.
I imagine that's so, sir.
Come on,
He's such a romantic at heart, isn't he?
And try to see past. Got a name all picked up.
Oh, that's cool. What a cool transition. Both into that flashback and out of it. But what the hell's going on here? Why? What the hell? Why is this situation... Huh? It's bleeding. What's going on? What is happening? Someone explain.
I don't discuss my clients.
Aw, come on, Nara. Who'd know?
You? Andy doesn't kiss and tell.
So there is kissing.
Why does it feel like this episode's been shot
Doc,
so differently
I think Kaylee may need
to
your
all
help
the
after
other
all.
ones?
Care to make the first incision?
What the hell is that? Ah, big old cake.
How did you know? River...
Day is a vestigial mode of time measurement based on solar cycles. It's not applicable. I didn't get you anything.
Seems...
Couldn't get a hold of no flour, so it's mostly protein.
That sounds like the best
Pretty
cake
much what we
ever.
just had.
What happened? What happened? What's going on?
Fire.
Okay, right.
Fire. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? I mean, that's pretty fucking smart. Okay, so that explains the mess, but why is his, like, stomach ruptured and where is everybody else?
I'm not leaving her side, Mal. Don't ask me again.
I wasn't asking. I was telling.
Anita.
You're gonna get to that bridge, and you're gonna get us back on our feet.
I mean, Mal's got a point, like, someone else, if they can't figure out what's wrong, then fucking someone else is going to be in the same sitch.
A few modifications.
Look at that mustache.
Real maneuverability out of this
Jesus.
boat. You'd be surprised.
Just something about him bothers me.
What? What about him bothers you?
I'm not sure.
It's because she likes him.
Genius. No one's ever called me that before.
What the fuck? Who is this guy? Oh, he's gonna fucking stab himself. Well, have fun with this mount. Oh, yep, that looks like a great time. That's real fun.
Most of that oxygen got ate up by the fire on its way out the door.
Well, whatever's left is what we got.
Hell no.
Okay, did he
Maybe.
get
Start
everyone
to
else
feel it.
off
And then we won't feel nothing at all.
somehow? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying to piece this together when maybe I should just be living in the moment.
But even if some passerby did happen to receive, all it would do is muck up their navigation.
Could be that's true.
Damn right, it's true. They'd be forced to stop and dig out our signal before they could even go anyplace. Well, maybe I should do that then. Maybe you should. Okay, good. Fine. Hey.
Fighting at a time like this.
What the hell was Jay being the voice of reason?
All the air.
I mean, he's not wrong. Mal's desperately just trying to keep people focused and optimistic because he knows how useless the situation would be if they just slump into a pessimistic, we're all fucked attitude.
Grab boot ain't your trouble. I seen the trouble plain as day when I was down there on my back before. Your red couple's bad.
The red... What?
Kick him out,
Here.
obviously.
See?
And hire Kaylee. This is a very bizarre introduction, though.
This. Better to just take your G line, plug it straight into the port pin lock. And that should, there.
What'd you do?
She fixed it. You got much experience with a vessel like this?
I never even been up in one before.
Certified genius.
Catalyzer's broke. Gonna need a new one.
There is no new one. You gotta make do with what you got.
Man, he is
Broke.
putting out fires, or attempting to, like crazy. How did he get injured? He's bleeding and shit. Well, that ain't good.
Instead of focusing on what we don't got, time to talk about what it is we do. And what we got are 2 shuttles. Short range, won't go far. But each got heat, and they each got air.
Okay, so he sent them all off,
Someplace?
I'm assuming.
What about you?
He's standing
4
behind.
people per shuttle. That's the arrangement. We sent out a beacon. Even managed to boost it a little. If by some chance we get a response, someone's gonna have to be here to answer.
It's probably the best course of action left available.
You're gonna rent this shuttle to me.
Am I?
Yes. And for 1/4 less than your asking price.
You figure you'll be getting this discount. Why, exactly?
You want me. You want me on your ship. A certain respectability.
Respect
And
him.
based on what little I've seen of your operation, I suspect that's something you could use.
She can just talk his language sometimes,
you this.
and not many other people can
Respect
in
him.
quite the same way.
Why you even...
I prepped a suit for you. It's hanging in the foredeck. So when the time comes...
I won't be needing it. But thanks.
Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, fucking Jane is making work. He's making shit happen this episode. What? Hello? Wakey wakey, Mal. Hi. Hi there. Friend or foe?
I don't expect to see any weapons when we board.
And I do expect to see that engine part before I open the door.
I feel like maybe we
Such a weird standoff. I understand it on both parties' side, but it's like an old west standoff, but with spaceships. Yeah, well, that was clearly going to happen. Unfortunately, because everyone in this universe is an asshole.
Well, looks can be deceiving.
not as deceiving as a low-down, dirty deceiver.
Nice work, Dave.
Well said.
Good job.
Does that seem low to you?
It does, sir.
That ain't low.
Stop it.
7% standard.
Okay.
I was gonna say, it doesn't sound great.
Private room?
Gene!
Your own room, full one of the kitchen, whole shot.
Gene, I ain't asking.
Decide what you think is fair.
Already decided.
Well, that explains the injury.
Take your people and go.
I feel like one of them could probably shoot him before he could do anything.
You would have done the same.
No,
You can already see I haven't.
I don't think he
Now
would
get
have.
the hell off my ship.
Thank God for Kaylee showing you how this shit works. This episode's shot so weirdly compared to all the other ones. It's done in such a different way. Like, all the camera work in this episode so much more intimate.
Wash, you okay?
Yeah, Mal, I'm fine.
You got a thing in your arm?
Yeah.
Try not to speak. You're heavily medicated and you lost a lot of blood. Oh. I call you back?
No, Mal, you didn't.
No, we didn't
I
hit.
take full responsibility, Captain.
Zoe made them all go
Decision
back.
saved your life.
I can imagine Zoe waking up and being like, "That fucking fool!" Right, we're going back right now.
We'd have been back first if
Y'all gonna be here when I wake up?
we'll be here.
Good.
Well, that's cute. Yeah, he's put a lot. Clearly, this episode's demonstrated he put a lot of work into curating this group.
You hear a word I've been saying?
He wants that one. Yeah, that's that Falcon moment right there. That's that Millennium Falcon moment. I want that one. That's good. Okay, that was the reaction to episode 8 of Firefly. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. It will help this video get seen by other people. But other than that, we're going to jump into the discussion of this episode. There's a lot to talk about with this one. I don't really know where to start. Let's go with the first thing initially, as the episode was going along. Just like has happened previously in the show, I thought this is going to be their bottle episode. They're just going to use the main cast and the Serenity set, and that's all we're going to have. And, you know, it's going to save money for production, yada, yada, yada. But then there's a whole other crew who show up and try to jack the Serenity, and, I mean, they're not there very long, but still. And then we've got all the other crew members where we see Jane in the past, and, you know, the mechanic who came before Kaylee, like... There's just so much more that got thrown in via those flashbacks than I was ever expecting, based on how the episode opened up, and it felt like it was going to be very much a bottle episode, and which it still kind of was, because the main action all took in and around the vicinity of Serenity, and it was like the focal point of the episode was, what does it take to make this ship fly and make the dream team work, as it were. That seemed to be the whole heart of the episode, as it were. Just had to point out that still 8 episodes in, this show is still finding ways to kind of surprise me with what my expectation is when the episode first starts up and where it goes as it goes along. So, you know, that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. My main takeaway from this episode really is kind of Mal's emotional connection, both to the ship itself and the crew at large. I mean, obviously with certain crew members, you know, Simon, River, Shepard, he's been sort of getting to know those guys along with us, the audience. But here we really got a sense of his relationship with Inara, Kaylee, Jane, a bit more of Zoe, even though we sort of knew what their friendship was to begin with, and the introduction of Wash. And it was really a great way of basically giving them all an origin to Serenity. Like, this is why they showed up. Wash had a ridiculous mustache, which suited him too well. And you know, he came across as this kind of goofball. It's interesting. I mean, I would love to see how he went from A to B from where he is now, but that was all fun. Kaylee just being this inherent genius on how the thing works, and you know, it's just showing like I said earlier, it's just showing the heart of what makes this ship special. And in a way, what makes this show special is that, you know, it's these characters and their relationships and what they bring to the table, as it were, and why it all works. And that's kind of reflected in how this episode was shot. If it made the cut for the reaction, I said a few times that this episode feels like it was filmed in a really different way to all the other episodes. All the camera work was so much more intimate, and it was like trying to create a very specific kind of vibe. Like at the start, where they're having their meal together before shit hits the fan, it's like done in this way, like almost like they gathered around a campfire. Like the lighting's really low, it's just like a light coming from the table, and you know what I mean? It's like this group of people huddled around telling stories, and like, you know, they are the heart of this ship that they're inhabiting. And it was just shot in a really interesting way, I found, and it as a way to sort of complement the sort of themes that were running through the episode. But yeah, the introductions of each character, sort of seeing how they appealed to Mal, like Kaylee being this inherent genius, just being able to figure this ship out and having an appreciation for it in the same way that he does. And same for Wash. It's like that same. He can see that Wash has an inherent appreciation for this ship and what it signifies, and that's why he's drawn to him being the pilot. And the humor that Zoe doesn't like him because she likes him is just really funny. And I thought a nice piece of writing in this episode, just sort of like, obviously because we know where it goes, so when she says I don't like him, there's something off about him, it's because she likes him. And that's just I just think that's kind of funny. And then Inara's introduction, sort of setting up that whole thing, which I said in the reaction as well, like she can see Mao in a way that probably no one else kind of does, and can talk his language in a way that other people don't. And like there's that butting of heads of ideologies and stuff, but at the same time those ideologies kind of match up more than they probably like to admit, especially since here we learnt that she was kind of in favor of the Alliance unifying everything and all that stuff. And maybe that's changed over time while she's been with Mao and the rest of the crew, and maybe her opinions changed on that as time has gone on. But it's interesting that they have a clearly fondness for one another from that first meeting, despite their differences. And I think it's that element of them being able to communicate with each other in a way that no one else really communicates with them. There's just that sort of sinking that's just, you experience it in real life when you meet people who you just, even if they're very different from you just gel for some reason. You can't really explain it, and sometimes you resist it. And that was just a fun thing to see in this episode, just seeing how that came about as well with those two. But ultimately I feel that this episode is it was a great balance between weaving tension building of the sort of dangerous scenario that they're in versus exploring the like I keep saying, the heart of this show. And it's kind of it's kind of a melancholy feel throughout, because you're like, the people are getting stressed, they're sad, but you can feel that stress and sadness and frustration is all coming from a place of love for this place and these individuals. Like they wouldn't be getting this frustrated and angry and whatever and pessimistic if they didn't love the ship and the people that they are with, and they're just so downtrodden because they don't want to lose that. And Mao is desperately trying to, keep the fire going and keep the embers. Like, look, if you love this place, we have to fight for it. We have to keep it going. We have to keep our heads up and doing what we're good at, doing what you all came here to do your jobs effectively. And, we saw that being shown through various different methods here. Sometimes with Wash, he had to sort of snap him out of his panic for Zoe, because the best thing Wash could have done for Zoe in that moment is go and do his job. Like, if you want everyone else, her included, to survive, you need to go and do your job. And Mao has to do his job. He has to make sure everyone is working. And it's interesting to see how we use different techniques with the individual crew members to get them to do that. And it's just great. I really did enjoy this episode. I think it's one of my favorites so far, especially in terms of sort of character development or more specifically character exploration. I suppose that's more applicable to this, but also development in that we sort of see their beginnings and where they are now. So it's all the same thing really, and I think it was done very well here. But no, super enjoyed this episode. It was really, really, really good time. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed watching me watching it. That's a sentence. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. Maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. We do movies here as well as Firefly. And I hope you enjoy all the content that is available on this channel. But other than that, as I say, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one.